Welcome to What's Your Story? For the month of August, we're going to be hearing from a variety of people from the St John's family about how they came to be in Egham and how they came to be a follower of Jesus. They'll also be thinking a little bit about what they think God's purpose is for them in this season of COVID and lockdown. I hope you really enjoy the series. There's 31 for every day of August. So today is me. So I grew up in a town called Bromsgrove, which is just south of Birmingham in Worcestershire. I grew up there with my parents and my sister and our family pets, the dogs and the cats, and did all my schooling there, went through school, and I didn't leave school with any A-levels, so I went straight into work, and eventually I moved down to Cranley in Surrey, where I met Emma, my wife, and started working for a church there with young people. Did a course at Guildford College and went off to Royal Holloway here in Egham, or in Englefield Green, and studied English and drama. And so it's a bit weird coming back to Egham and the area, but there's something quite reassuring about it as well. So chatted to a few people and eventually got a job in a Church of England church just outside Godalming in Surrey, just near Guildford. That led me to go and train for Church of England ministry, and so I did that down in Bristol for 2 years, and that's where we've just come from. We've come from Trinity College in Bristol and loved our time there, but now's the time for curacy, and that's how we've ended up at St John's in Egham. I became a Christian on the 12th of March 1995. I was 12 years old, I think, or 11, and I remember it was at the church in Bromsgrove where my parents had been taking us, and I remember there's a man called Ken who was preaching up the front, and he was preaching about the love of God, but also the sinfulness of humanity, the way in which we just muck up stuff. We tend to take the good things that God gives us and turn it into something really rotten. And I remember him preaching on that, and me just feeling like, actually, I want to know this Jesus. I want to know the one who can set all things right, who knows me, who loves me, even though I mess it up so often. And from that day forward, I'd say it's more of a process. I still didn't understand everything, but I did know that something had changed in me. And along the way, there's been like moments where I've just dropped it all again and had to come back and say, actually, is this true? Is this all good? And is this right? Does God even exist? Does he want to know me? Why would he want to know me? Who am I? All these questions form part of my story of faith. And even now, I still have moments where I'm like, actually, I need to remind myself again of who Jesus is and what he's done for me. For me, it's about trying to find a way to extend God's peace in this season. Actually, how can I be a peacemaker? How can I show people that actually there's a better way, a more fulfilling way to live at peace, not to deny what's going on in the world, but to be content in the midst of it. I guess my prayer would be that as a church, St John's would be peacemakers, and are offering that and extending that out to our friends and family and neighbours.